What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here starting off the week with the general readings for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, y'all are the second on the list for the zodiac lineup. Hope y'all been doing good. Okay. Need y'all to remember these are general messages, not personal. Okay? So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay? Y'all already know the spiel. All right? I almost thought I forgot it, but it's like riding a bike, right? While I've been going for a while doesn't mean I've never left. Okay? So I'm hoping that my videos that I've already have posted on this channel have held y'all down while I've been gone. All right. If y'all are new to the channel, general readings go I try to keep them as short as possible, but since I'm just coming back, I'm going to give you as much information as I possibly can. Okay. We're going to use the general writer's weight, okay, for your main spread, and then we're going to go into my favorite deck, the tarot reader deck, my miniature purple deck, okay, with 5 card draw on both of those, 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, and 1 energetically from the middle. I have already pre-shuffled and cut the decks 3 times a piece for shuffling and 3 times cut. Okay, and then we use the Elemental Oracle deck for your advice. That's 1 card energetic pull. Okay, so hopefully you guys, and if you're already a subscriber to my channel, I thank y'all so much for holding it down while I've been gone and supporting your girl. Okay, I appreciate it 1,000 times over. Okay, and y'all know how it goes. So here we go. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and do draw the cards, but we're not gonna flip them over until they're all out. Okay, you can consider this 5 cards for the week. Okay, in between, by all means, check out the other readings that I provide throughout the week so you can check how your energy changes. Okay, we have 2 from the bottom now, and then 1 energetically from the middle. I want to go here with it. I'm going to pull this one here. And we are not looking at the bottom of the deck for any of these. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip these over to see what we have. Aries. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here, Aries. So we have the Empress. Okay, to start you off, Aries, the Empress. We then have the 6 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands. Very nice. I'm hearing I got the victory, victory. Okay. To me, that's what 6 of Wands stands for, is some form of victory going on here. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. Then we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. And then we have the 9. Is this 9? Hold on. No, not 9. Yep. The 8. The 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. Okay. So kind of odd here. Okay. Ending with the 8 of Swords. But let's see what's going on. Okay. So Empress, the Empress status, major arcana in my opinion, starting off. Okay. Aries, You are, this could be, don't take this, it's no gender specific when we talk about masculine and feminine energy, okay? So don't take the Empress to mean primarily feminine energy, okay? Men can have a feminine side. All of us have feminine and masculine. Feminine is more nurturing, caring, support, things of that nature. While the masculine side is a little bit more dominant, pronounced, um, provides, things of that nature, very strong, okay? However, the Empress, you are just like the Emperor, you're sitting on your throne, okay? The Emperor is the counterpart, okay, to the Empress, in my opinion, okay? So you are standing on your throne. You're doing very well for yourself, okay? Um, you feel very proud, I believe. Like I said, with this Six of Wands following behind you, there's obviously some victory, some celebration going on within your life, within your world. It could possibly be surrounding your finances, with the Queen of Pentacles being here, and she's holding her coin right there, okay? But you are taking charge of your finances in a sense, okay, where I feel like you're very stable. Um, you've got your head above water. If that, I'm hearing that, I'm hearing good times. Either somebody's watching good times or loves good times. But I am hearing that keeping your head above water, you no longer have to keep your head above water. You are above the water. It's you're not, the water's not really at your head anymore. It's now lower now. So it's like you don't feel flooded anymore. Okay. But you are being very mindful as well, I think, about your spending. Okay. Um, I'm hearing investments. You're making some wise investments. Okay. That are going to be very beneficial for you. Okay. At the same time, you are very generous, Aries, at this time, with this Six of Cups being here. Okay. You are finding yourself, or have found yourself, to be giving to a lot of people, whether it be family or friends, things of that nature. Um, I'm hearing discounts, something like that. Some type of gift card or certificate being made, or someone gave you one, or you gave someone something. There's some giving going on, and it's because you have it to give. But just because you have it to give doesn't mean you have to give all the time and to everyone. Okay. So just kind of be mindful about it. It's nothing wrong with giving, especially if you're giving without the intent of receiving anything back. Um, but be mindful with this Eight of Swords, where you kind of end up back into your old ways. Okay, where you kind of backtrack a little bit into your old ways of giving too much, and it ends up, tying you up. Okay, in a sense, um, because I'm hearing there's something that you're trying to aim for. There's something you're trying to aim for, and the more you give, the less you're gonna have for that specific item that you're trying to purchase. Okay, there's either an item or something specific that you need for your business or personal. It's either business or personal. I can't really pinpoint it, but I'm hearing it's either or. You are gonna tie yourself back up into those old habits. Okay, old habits die hard, and that even includes being there for everyone else. Okay, at a time where, yes, you may have it to give, but you don't have it to give all the time, okay? And people are not going to know the difference because they're so used to you doing that, okay? So you have to be mindful, all right? So with that being said, we're at 10:14. Let's get into these clarifiers. They have already also been shuffled 3 times and cut 3 times. We're going to lay these out, 2 on the top, 1 for the Empress, 1 for the Six of Wands, 2 from the bottom, 1 for the Queen of Pentacles, 1 for the Six of Cups, and then 1 energetically from the middle for the Eight of Swords. Okay, and we're not going to look at the bottom. Okay, so what we have here for the Empress, we have the Six of Swords clarifying the Empress. Okay, Six of Swords clarifying the Empress. For you to get to this Emperor status, Aries, you had to move away. You had to let some people go. And you had to move on to better pastures. Some of you may have physically moved, okay, to get away from a certain environment, okay? As you see with the Six of Swords, usually in tarot, it's someone sailing away or sailing towards something, either or, okay? So, but either way, you got the rainbow, going over the boat here. You you wanted something better for yourself. um, I feel like someone has been like in a neighborhood for a certain amount of time or around a certain area, and just energetically you felt like it was time to go. It was time to go. And so I think with that Six of Swords, that's exactly what you did. You, with the extra money possibly that you have now, you can afford something better, okay? Maybe you moved from a duplex into a townhome, or maybe you moved from an apartment into a home. Either way, you moved into something that's a little bit more comfortable for you, kind of, I don't want to say like balling, but you're comfortable, okay? That's what I'm hearing, okay? Not balling, you're just comfortable, okay? So let's move on. Congratulations to you if that is your case, okay? The next thing we have is we have the Six of Wands being clarified by the Hierophant, okay? Six of Wands being clarified by the Hierophant, another major arcana here, okay? So you're doing great. You're doing great, Aries, okay? Wherever you are in your life at this point, you're doing well. I feel like with the Hierophant here, you are definitely using your discernment when it comes to people, okay? You are surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded people, okay? People who are willing and able to support you, and not take from you, okay? So you have used your discernment, and like I said, you're putting yourself around a higher class of people, okay? No more shadiness or anything like that going on, okay? You've got good people around you, and you're using your intuition, you're using your discernment to really gauge who's really for you and who's not for you, okay? So, and they not only are around you, they're not around you to take from you or anything, they are actually rallying around you, possibly referring you to other people. You're getting a lot of new clientele, possibly. um, they're putting you in connection with the right people. I'm hearing something about maybe taking a class or something, for a trade, to learn a new skill, which could possibly help your business, or the services that you provide to people. It's like you're perfecting yourself, okay, in what you do. Um, and it's really gonna pay off, okay, from doing that. All right, so good for you. So next we have the Queen of Pentacles being clarified by the Five of Swords. Okay, Five of Swords. Now, in the tarot reader's deck here, the Five of Swords is a little bit different from the usual Five of Swords, where it almost looks like someone's, being, defeated or has defeated something. Okay. And I still take the same premise with this one as well, where, how can I say this, with the Queen of Pentacles, like I mentioned before, just be mindful you're making good investments. Okay. I feel like with this Five of Swords, it's like you're orchestrating. Okay. um where you put things or how you invest. Okay. You're investing in self, basically. You're not investing in anyone else but self at this time. Okay. And it's, you're protecting your investments as well. Okay. So you're doing your research, you're doing what you need to do, you're asking the right questions, and it feels like you're orchestrating, and it almost looks like it's a storm that these swords are coming from, almost like lightning, if you will, it looks like. And you know how they say lightning never strikes twice, okay? But in your sense, it's like you're orchestrating where the lightning actually hits, okay? If that makes sense, okay? So you're watching your investments and, like I said, investing in self, and that is going to be very lucrative for you in doing so, okay? Just do your research. If it's stocks or trade, my only advice to you is to make sure you invest in something that you believe in, something that you use on a regular basis that's familiar to you. Okay. And anything else outside of that, do your research on it. Okay. So next we have the Six of Cups being clarified by the Queen of Hearts. Okay. Queen of Hearts coming out here. Like I said, you have it to give. You have it to give, but it doesn't mean you have to give it all the time, okay? You have the tendency, Aries. I'm feeling like you wear your heart on your sleeve a bit here, okay? And it's with everyone. It's not with just a romantic partner, it's with any and everyone. You wear your heart on your sleeve. People kind of know that's your weak point in a sense. And I don't want to say it like that, but that's how it's coming out. Okay. Is that wearing your heart on your sleeve is your weak point. They pull at your heartstrings a lot. And I, I don't want to say it, but spirit and ancestors are saying is like, don't don't be fooled, like don't fall for the okey doke, because that's what they expect you to do, is fall for the okey doke every time, where it's like, oh, I'm trying to pay these bills, this pandemic, and we are all going through it, and I'm not being insensitive. Okay. There's a spirit and angel guides telling me right now, we are all going through it. Okay. Everyone is struggling at some point in time during this pandemic, and was probably struggling well before this pandemic as well. Okay. And I feel like this is like a possible conversation that you have with someone. Okay. Sometimes people have a tendency of trying to make you feel bad in order for you to give to them. Okay. And they've done this before. They've done this 1,000 times. They've done it before the pandemic, and they will continue to do it because you always give. Okay. You give and you give and you give because you don't want to be the bad person, because you're always wearing your heart on your sleeve. Queen of Hearts here. Always being empathetic and sympathetic to everyone's needs. But you have things that you need to do and focus on that is outside of them, okay? They are willing and more than capable of taking care of themselves, okay? They cannot always rely on you. If it's not you, it's somebody else. And I'm feeling or hearing something about that you're not the only one that they do this to. They literally, if it's about finances, they go to plenty of others, and you will find out that they owe plenty of other people money, not just you. Okay? But again, you give with the intention of not receiving anything back. So don't worry, you'll get it back in the long run. Okay? But if you don't have it to give, or you feel innately that you shouldn't be giving it to them, you shouldn't give it to them. Okay? Even if it's your time, if you know that you have something that you need to do that's very important and someone is not being considerate of your time, you have to start distancing yourself from them, because you are going to end up tying yourself down again into old habits. Let's get ready to go into this 8 of Swords here. You're going to tie yourself down to commitments that you shouldn't be tying yourself down to, that's involving other people. They have to make their own commitments, not tie you to their commitments, okay? That they created their problems. You're taking on everybody else's problems and issues, while you're supposed to be working on you and doing things for yourself. You cannot take and fight everyone's battles. You can't, okay? So with this 8 of Swords being here, what am I trying? I'm trying to tell you. 8 of Swords came right back out again as your clarifier. That's 2 times. 2 times the 8 of Swords has came out in your reading today, Aries. Okay? Double time. Tying yourself down to stuff that does not pertain to you. Getting yourself involved in stuff that does not pertain to you. If somebody got themselves in some type of trouble or anything like that, it's up to them to get themselves out of that trouble. Okay? If you have something that you have to do, all you can do is wish them well, say a prayer for them, hope that they get out of it, and move on. If you have someone that's constantly getting locked up or constantly getting fines or something like that, and they're always like, oh, I got this fine again. It's like, didn't I just help you like 2 weeks ago? Or didn't I just help you like 6 months ago? Yeah, but, yeah, but nothing. Okay? You need to put your foot down. Okay? Otherwise, you are going to be in deep, deep debt. Okay? Helping this person, this particular person. I don't know who this is for. I feel it very energetically. There's someone that keeps digging in your pockets. Queen of Pentacles. They know what you do. They know how much money you make. They are in your pockets. They are counting your coin every single time. While you think it is a general conversation that they're having with you, saying, oh, how's everything going with such and such? I heard you was doing X, Y, and Z. And how's that going for you? And all of this other jazz. And if you giving up too much information, sweetie, they know how much you making. They've watched you, they've listened to you, they've possibly seen what you spend. Like, there are people around you that go shopping with you just to see how much you spend. Okay? Be mindful. They always seeming to catch you every time when you either at a store or calling you before you go shopping, or let's say they ask you for something as simple as, I need to go to the store, can you give me a ride? And you give them a ride, you take them to the store. Yeah, they got their own money, but they're watching your money too. And you seem to maybe always help them when they're like a little short. I'm talking to somebody specific, okay? Be mindful. People will rock with you just to see how much you spend. And after they see how much you spend, next thing you know, 1 week later, 2 weeks later, they need a loan because they think you got it all. Be mindful, okay? Be mindful. So, That being said, we got 2448 Aries. Let's get into this elemental oracle to see what your final advice is. Okay, we're going to do an energetic pull to see where we need to go for you. I'm feeling right here. Be mindful. That's all I'm saying, Aries. I feel it. I feel it. Be mindful. Be careful. You moved away for a reason, okay? When you moved there, I don't know why this is coming out before we get into this card. When you moved, you should have kept it to yourself. Be mindful of letting people come over to your house. Energy, energy. It's all about the energy. If you don't feel right, you don't feel the vibe is right, something innately is just telling you like, or you find yourself just something as simple as you find yourself coughing out of nowhere when you're getting ready to tell somebody how your day was or who you ran into, and you like feel yourself cough out of nowhere where it's like, oh, I got something in my throat out of nowhere. It's happened to me 1,000 times. That is your higher self, that is spirit trying to tell you, keep your mouth closed, throat chakra, telling you, ain't meant for you to speak on it. It happens to me even during these readings sometimes. I can't say everything. You have to figure it out. I can't tell you everything. Spirit won't allow me to tell you everything. You have to innately figure it out for yourself. Okay? That happens even to you. Okay? At any given point in time. If something stops you or distracts you from doing something that's involving possibly a negative energy, not someone with ill intent. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But a negative energy can have ill intent. Sometimes it's not. It's just innately them in the middle of making an actual decision of whether or not to invade in your privacy or invade in your personal schedule, whatever the case may be. Okay, if you get distracted, or let's say you miss a call from that person that's been always asking you to dish out money, there's a reason. Okay, don't call them back. Learn how to, you did the Six of Swords for a reason. You're doing it for a reason, to get away from people and moving towards a better future for yourself. Okay, you're doing it for a reason. They may think you bougie. They may think you changed and got big on them and everything, with this Empress card being here starting off your reading. And damn it, you did. You know why? Because you want it better for yourself. They want to stay where they are. Let them stay where they are and you boss up. You can't worry about them. You have to worry about you. Okay? So, let's get into this elemental oracle card. Okay? Discipline, time. Discipline, time. Okay? I ain't telling you no lies. I ain't telling you no stories. 41 equaling out to 5. What about change? Okay? It's time to change. It is time to discipline yourself. It is time to dedicate to yourself. It's time to seek that inner wisdom within yourself. Be enlightened. Be prepared to, she's got a microphone right here. Be prepared to voice your opinion. Stand up for yourself and talk about what you have going on for you, and that you don't have time to be dealing with other people's foolishness. You don't. You got other things to do that are more important, and everybody is grown. They have to be able to do what's best for them, not you do what's best for them. You do what's best for you. They have to do what's best for them. Let's go into the Elemental Oracle book so we can see what else the advice is for you. I'm just going to read the passage in the Word of Power and let you know the element, which is air. Okay? So, hope y'all can see that good. Time, number 41, discipline. Find out the causes of your procrastination or resistance. Do not miss your opportunities. Someone is wasting your time. Be aware of this. You have finite time on this planet, so use it well. Discipline disciplinatus, which is Latin for disciplined. Okay? Trying to tell you, someone is not only wasting your time, but they're wasting your money too. Okay? If you know you got a meeting at 5 and someone calls you at 2, and you know you got an errand to run before that meeting at 5, and you tell them, yeah, I really don't have the time right now. I got a meeting at 5. I can't really hang with you. Well, I just need to go. Could you drop me off real quick? And you say yes. And let's say their drop off spot is damn near 45 minutes to an hour away from where you need to be, going in the opposite direction. What ends up happening after you drop them off? You also have to account for at 45 minutes to an hour to get back to your side of town where you have to do your meeting at. You end up being 15 minutes late. The person's sitting waiting for you. You can't call them. Let's say your battery is dead. Wasn't able to charge your phone. You just missed out on some money, or you just missed out on an opportunity. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. So take that into consideration. That's just an example. Okay? So remember, you guys, like I said, these are general messages, not personal. Okay? So you take what resonates and you pass the rest to the next. But Aries, let's ride this energy for the rest of the week and see how this goes. All right? Until the next reading, peace.